Hey, what's
I'm
going
dancing right now.
on? Yeah, dude.
I'm just doing a little dance. Doing a little dance. What's up, everybody? How are you out there, Facebook world?
Woo woo.
You guys doing all right? I always like doing that because I think, like, oh, hey, one of these times this camera's going to talk back to me.
Upbeat.
And
Yeah. Oh, I know, right?
and then I know it's time to go to the loony bin. We have some cool stuff for you guys tonight. And also, we'll be doing a giveaway. And the giveaway is going to be consisting of me asking one question about our paranormal group. And
Yes.
then the first person to answer that question right will win the $25 gift card to Walmart. What's up? I got my lucky Beavis and the Butthead shirt on tonight. So, what's up, Kevin? How are you?
Doing good. Yeah, dude. No, his background. I just set that up on the fly. It is awesome.
What?
Your background behind you.
I
You have
know. I don't see it.
you
I'm
have a
sorry,
green
guys.
screen
Yeah, I know.
and
It's the green. It's
yeah.
green on my end, guys. Oh, I see it in the Facebook.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat, dude.
Yeah, I just threw it together. Literally, it's like I have a green screen, and I knew you had that going in, and then I was like,
Jason, Arthur, what's up, buddy?
"What's going on?"
Mike, Bowles, Aaron, Alan, Kayla, what's up, guys? Share.
Yeah,
Let's get some
hey,
followers in here. We
appreciate it,
hope to be
guys.
doing a show soon with Jason.
Yes,
They're gonna be picking a date, and
and
we'll be picking something cool to talk about. Maybe we do one of those challenges with them, because
oh
that I
my
think that might be
god,
cool. Maybe we partner up and do a challenge with them.
I can get some of those and show them off. I have them
Yeah,
real
go ahead.
close. Yeah, let me
Go
grab
ahead.
them.
Just
Hang
grab
on.
them,
Yeah.
guys. We'll get started on our topic. We're just catching up on what we got going on. Jay, what's up? Jay Lynch in here too. So we're gonna start doing some fun events in here, guys, where we're gonna do challenges. You guys get 50 comments, or 100 comments, or 50 people watching the stream, and we're gonna do some stupid stuff because
Oh
let's be
god.
real, I always do stupid stuff. I'm roping Kevin into doing stupid stuff.
Yes.
Jason
Yes,
and
he is.
Jay, I know you both are on board with
Yeah,
stupid stuff
and you guys
because
already do stupid stuff, and we did,
it's amazing. So,
So
Kevin, why don't you present to them
let's
some of the
see.
stuff we are going to try?
So I haven't opened this one up yet, but there's a little breakout here.
Oh, that's gonna be the warm up. This is the warm up.
So this is the intro. So next weekend, right? Or is this next weekend?
Hey, that's okay, Jay. That's next weekend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the Pocky just the haunted ghost pepper chips? Hey, you guys can crash away. You're more than welcome to crash anytime. I got couches too. Just come on over. That kind of crashing too.
And that's happening with POV, right? Next weekend?
I think so. Yeah. They're on the 6th. Yeah, POV Paranormal is going to be on here. Brian Hensley and his crew will be back live again.
So
with us as one of our first guests to kick it back off, as they were when we first started this again. So it's kind of cool.
So after that, once we get 5,000 followers, right?
No, hey, we're already almost to 5. Let's do 6,000. Okay?
Well, I'm just saying.
Let's make it somewhat challenge.
All right.
6,000 followers. We will do the one chip challenge.
Boom. One chip challenge.
So at 6. Oh, no, Jason, Arthur, don't you worry. You're going to be on there.
Yeah, I think didn't you say you were working with Jay on scheduling something?
Yes, I sent a message. I don't know if he got back to me yet.
James has been busy.
Get back to us. Yes, I've been very busy at school with doing shows and stuff, getting ready for this weekend and COVID easing up a little bit.
Yeah.
So awesome. So guys, we're going to talk about probably one of the most profound cases in history.
Oh.
I would say.
And then there's this one. Satan's Toe.
Oh, yes. So that's the one I want to do with you guys, Jason and Jay. Oh. That right there, the Satan's Toe, is what I want to do with you guys. I will send you some Satan's Toe, one for each of you guys.
Or once everything gets calmed down with COVID, you guys come over here. I think that was what we were really waiting on, was COVID vaccines to be a little bit more prominent in our area, at least, and us before we took on. I absolutely got back with you, Jay.
Yeah, he's probably right. He probably did. He probably did. He probably did. I'll check that later. To be continued on confirming.
And then let's see. Then there's called the Death Nut after that.
The Death Nut, yes.
So we're talking the one chip challenge is like 1,000,000 Scovilles, right?
0.5 million Scovilles.
1.5. Okay. Satan's toe is what? 4 million? 5 million?
No. Satan's toe is 5 million.
5 million Scoville. And the Death Nut is how much?
The Death Nut it was 9 million or 13 million. I couldn't remember. I think it's 9 million.
9 million. Insane. And then we have the world's hottest gummy bear, which
Oh no, it's that one.
This one? This little guy?
Yeah, that little guy's. He looks so cute. He couldn't be that hot.
Yeah, he can't be that hot. He's adorable. So Jay, if you don't like hot stuff, we do have another challenge, and I don't even think James knows about this one. So we have this is citric acid.
Yes,
citrus.
We're gonna do a sour citrus acid. We're not gonna do the hot events. Sometimes we'll do hot and sour and mix it together to get either the facial reaction.
So what I'm gonna do is get lemon juice, mix in some of this, and then soak it on warheads.
And then that's what we're gonna do.
We're gonna take that
attempt at the world's sourest challenge. So we want you guys to be
malic acid's what we want, but yeah, Mike, we have lost our damn minds.
We have lost our minds. We want to make the stream a little fun with you guys. We like to chit chat and watch paranormal and dissect videos and talk about topics. So that's what we do.
Yeah, we want to make it exciting.
You know what? Everyone. We're gonna do this live. Jason and Jay, how about not the weekend after Valentine's Day? Are you guys good with that? Let's just confirm it live right here. We'll just wait and do that. Let's see. Boom.
Sour and hot sounds like a typical Tuesday. My wife thinks we're fucking idiots.
Yeah, she does. She does. So, Kevin, why don't you tell them a little bit about our topic tonight?
Our topic is the Amityville Horror House. Well, the Amityville House. Horror is always added at the end of it because of the show.
And how it's
and
most commonly known.
yeah, and it is revolves. It starts with the DeFeo family.
Yes.
So,
way back when.
Yes.
Because the DeFeo family incident took place on November 13th, 1974.
Yeah.
I'm going to my calendar real quick. Sorry, guys. And do you have the background, or you want me to go through it, Kev?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, then can you get the date for the show then that he answered in chat for me?
Yes, I can.
So everybody knows this is most related to the first murders, is kind of where this all started and took place. And this is a little historic information about it. November 13th, 1974, Ronald DeFeo Jr. shot and killed his whole family. Most. But in a suburb that was quiet, nothing, out of the ordinary. It'd be like going to any suburb in Indianapolis, Chicago, just a nice middle-class suburb, and boom, this horrific incident happening in the middle of an everyday town, which I think is crazy because before then, nothing. And it's been very, very publicized. There has been books written about this. There's been countless movies done about this. And I find it so crazy how publicized this has been, down to the Ed and Lorraine Warren case. And then they developed that into a movie essentially too. So, but they do some cool stuff when they do their investigations, which we're going to talk about too, which I think is really cool. And I would like to recreate sometime to kind of take it back old school, because I think taking it back old school would be awesome on investigations. We all have this high-tech equipment and everything. We always travel with digital recorders, camcorders. I want to take it back to the days of like 1950 and investigate it, because truly they caught all this evidence in the 50s, 60s, and 70s with way less technology than we have now.
Yeah, right?
All right. I mean, you can chime in, Kevin. Talk at any time.
Sorry, I'm trying to get the date.
He's just sitting there staring at me. Oh, okay. So let's pick. Well,
I was thinking the 27th would be the next Saturday. If the 20th he is in Florida.
The 27th I could do.
So March, I am in Florida the 20th. So we could do early March. Let's let's
just
talk
worry about it later.
Yeah, we'll worry about it later. Since nothing's instantly lining
Okay.
up, we'll talk to you
Yep.
guys later about that. You'll get a DM from us later tonight or tomorrow.
But like I was
All
saying,
good, guys.
this is one of the most publicized and everything. I kind of got back off track, so I
Yeah,
might
we'll get
start where I've already
back in
said and
gear.
everything to get back in the groove. In the early 70s, but that is not where it ended.
Hey, Kathy.
Hello, Mama. How are
and
you?
sorry, real quick, when everyone's getting in here, we do want to say if you want to be a part of trying to win that $25 gift card, you type in explanation point notify and add a friend, and they'll get notified as well, and you can that's you following at that point, just so you're aware.
I will show everybody how to do it real quick, so I will post it in the chat.
But yeah, so John,
that is how you do it right there.
Yeah, John was the guy who killed everyone, right? John DeFeo.
I don't know Kevin. I don't care. I don't know Kevin. No. Jeez.
Oh,
Kevin,
is it?
I just went over this.
Is it Ron Jr.?
Oh, yeah. You're starting off on a good note. Though. You want me to talk some more?
Sorry, these images are wrong that I have on here. Google is screwing me up.
It's okay, Kevin. It's okay. We don't blame you for it. We don't at all.
I know, right?
So what I think's crazy is what started happening after those murders in a short amount of time. So soon after, you're talking less than a year and a half, 13 months. This house is back up for sale, and it's so cheap because nobody wants to live there.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Did you say the price?
No. It was like $80,000.
Yeah, it sold for $80,000. They were
$80,000.
So they had been house hunting. The Lutz had been house hunting for a while, supposedly, and they
kind of down on their luck.
Yeah, but they found this place and got a little bit of extra money because it was much more, and they didn't know at first. At first, they did not know, and when they had the viewing and went to the house, they had no idea where they were going, what they were seeing. And they got there, and the realtor told them what happened, and the husband was just basically like, the houses don't hold memories. Like houses don't have memories. They're dead. He was atheist at the time, and since then has converted to Catholicism.
Yes.
Yes.
I love
the hot Ryan Reynolds movie. Yeah.
The hot Ryan Reynolds moved in. And Jay, yes, I want to live there. I want to go there at least, even though the house by now has probably been completely remodeled. And I think there's mentioning of it when I was reading it that it is completely remodeled. But what gets me is when the Lutz moved into this house, knowing what happened. That is not the only creepy thing, guys. That is not it. It is not it. Do you believe what else will happen? For the low price of $400, they were able to purchase some of the DeFeo's furniture.
Yes. It was literally
furniture, ladies and gentlemen.
They slept in the same beds. Same beds. The only thing
kidding me?
The only thing that was changed were the bed mattresses. The frames and everything were still the same.
That is it. It was just new mattresses and new sheets and pillows.
Yeah.
A person still died and got viciously murdered in that bed frame.
Mm-hmm. True story. That is absolutely true. I watched a talk with Ed and Lorraine Warren where they talked about this stuff, and I've found it in multiple areas, multiple stories saying this.
We've all heard.
It's creepy as fuck.
But once I started diving into this, I'm sitting here thinking like, these people were on such a hard time that they knowingly moved into a house where this violent murders happened, which people take drastic measures in time of need and stuff like that. But to purchase furniture that was linked to that, because we all know haunted artifacts do exist.
Mm-hmm.
We've all dealt with cases that may have,
we personally have dealt with a haunted artifact that had blood on it at one point in time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, stuff happened. Crazy
And
shit happened. We can tell that story later, not tonight, but that was a crazy, crazy
yeah, we
story.
definitely. But it's just, yeah, I mean, Jay is right. I would definitely sleep in those beds too. I'd be the first one to
Mike,
jump in.
never
I'd be
buy
like,
old.
snuggle.
Mike said, never
What?
buy old.
Never buy old, buy old or used. Um, it just blows my mind. Like for me, being a paranormal investigator, I would love to a chance to live in a house like this
Hmm.
because, dear God, if anything like this story, that we got to witness on an investigation, we would absolutely be able to prove paranormal is real and everything. But even though with the evidence they got, people are still iffy
Yeah.
about it.
Ed
So
Ed Warren also put a $3,000 like bounty, I guess, or like
I would say
yeah, I don't
bounty,
know. I don't
but
know what the right word is, but said he'd put down $3,000 for anyone that could disprove what happened at the Amityville Horror House in the
yes,
90s.
yes. Oh, they're trying to like to debunk it and
Yeah,
stuff.
if you can debunk it, he will pay you $3,000.
Well, he would have.
Yeah, he would have.
Rest in peace. But you know what I hate? I'm just going to switch gears a little bit, guys. My nose is itchy as heck because, like many Midwesterners, I was out shoveling snow for like 6 hours today.
I'm just thinking about you,
So
James.
I know. Thanks. Thanks, guys. So I hope you guys are staying safe with safe, saying safe, I can't even take it. It's, Jamesism. There you go, guys. There it is. Tongue tied Jamesism. It's your first.
Laura, I
You're
get
welcome.
it. Like I get. I mean, people can be on the fence. This is so hyped up. There's
Oh,
movies
absolutely.
about it. People have made
I'm always on the
money.
fence.
They've made money on this. Like I get.
Yes.
Like I'm sure that's why you're kind of on the fence, just at face value of it all. Um, but I don't know. I still think something happened, and I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't get movies about the Gary house down the road.
Oh, absolutely. There's going to be our modern day Amityville house, and I think that is going to be the Gary house
Hmm.
and everything like that. But let's cover kind of some of the stuff that they did during the investigation when they were there.
Well,
Did you come
I,
across?
I I was thinking we should talk about how the bodies were found by
Well,
the
hey,
DeFeos. Yeah, that
talk
stuff
away, my
was
friend.
yeah.
You have
So
that.
going back
That
to
is
the
your subject.
beginning,
Okay.
so Ronald Jr. Because there was a senior, he killed his father. Basically, supposed black cult. He was in the black cult, supposedly. Now, I don't know how much of that is true, and they do kind of show that in some of the movies, in that hidden room. There was a hidden room that they've later found that were on no blueprints, but Ed and Lorraine Warren kind of cleared it up for me. There's a reason why it's not on many blueprints. It's because it's just under the stairs. It's like it's that little cubby hole that goes underneath the stairs that some houses have.
Yeah, it's like the
Um,
Harry Potter house.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's where Harry Potter lives.
So
Everybody knows it, Kevin.
same concept. That's kind of why it wasn't on many blueprints. But it was also sealed in, but it was actually made a room too. So kind of weird. But that was where he supposed practiced his black arts. He was very troubled. He was considered an alcoholic. He worked for his dad at his auto shop. Uh, had a gun pointed at his father at one point. Reported by the police. He was very aggressive with his
That was a
entire
different
family.
instance too.
Yeah,
The the cops
before the
the
murder.
cops were involved on multiple
Yeah.
occasions with this
Um,
with this this
so
situation.
he was a great disappointment to the family, and to his dad, and that was well known because his dad was was really hard on him. It was different times too. You hear the
Mhm.
story of adults, our parents saying, I was never told I was, I love you or shit like that, and now, like I don't think I
Sometimes
can
it's weird when
I
when
don't think I
when
can tell my
people
daughter
hear
enough how
like,
much I love her.
yeah. By the way, cutest Facebook show the other
Oh,
day.
I know.
Absolutely, you needed to do the face light. I'm doing it next time. You can't do it,
Is that
but yeah,
proven?
I agree.
What Jason is what proven? While he's answering that, you can follow up, but I'll continue on with the story a bit. So, I found conflicting stories on this actually. So he shot and killed his entire family with a shotgun, and they
This is
were
where it gets
found.
kind of gray area
Yeah,
because
well,
there's where hearsay and actually what happened kind of gets blurred,
Hmm.
I think. So we may not, we may, by us just researching it a little bit, we may find one thing that give our opinion about it, and the next person that tells a story could be completely different.
So, Jason, what I will say is the black art stuff is supposed. There's no way to really prove that because,
Nothing
uh,
officially was
yeah,
saying it.
Ed and Lorraine Warren said that, but that they were the only people I found said something like that. Everyone else, um, everyone else said that he was an alcoholic. Found in many different reports, so I find those to be a little bit more true compared to the black arts stuff. That's a little iffy in my point of view. The statement about pointing a gun and being very hard on his dad and other family members, that is true. But yeah, so the night of, he has his shotgun and he shoots. I don't know the exact order, so forgive me on that. That is listed somewhere, but he does shoot his entire family. They all end up found face down in their beds, and no one was out of bed. No one was shot somewhere and then moved into bed. They were all still in their beds. The police don't know how that happened, and none of the neighbors heard anything. And you're talking a family of, God, how many were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
What?
11. 11.
There,
So he
there was
killed 10
was there
of
that
them.
many people killed in there?
Yeah, he killed. Well,
Really?
I'm sorry. No, that's not right.
Yeah, no, that's not right at all.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At least there's 7 DeFeos listed. I don't know. Let's see here.
Kevin is taken. Let's do this. What time is 26 minutes
6 people
in?
died. 6 people died in the house. Sorry, quick Google search. So he killed 6 of his family members, which were all his direct family members. And then he survived, and they were all found face down. Autopsies. So here's the weird part. So autopsies that I have majority found say that they were not drugged.
Asphyxiation.
They were not drugged. No, none of them.
None of them.
None of,
Nothing like
but
asphyxiation or anything like that.
so I've heard two things. I've heard multiple stories that no drugs were found in their system, and then one story I found recently on Facebook said there were drugs found. So I
Which is
don't.
not we're not saying these are reliable sources. This is just
Yeah,
our opinion about what's going on.
I found one source
I would
saying there were
reiterate
drugs. I found many sources that said there were no drugs. So what
That's where
could
the
have
game of telephone fails in the timeline of
exactly
history. And that's what
exactly
happens when you get Hollywood involved in stuff
you want to
with
tell a
what actually
story?
happened.
Yes.
Yes. You want to
So
sell money. That's where I have issues when they start making money off these and try to make them more popular than they are, because they interject, oh, did you find out he ate 3 of the toes somehow?
yeah,
People just insert stuff and then it becomes lore and then it becomes part of the story. So that's where we get these multiple articles across the internet that have different things saying it. And I have the sum that I was reading this week,
yeah.
just to kind of study up on it. We're like that too. So
Yeah. So yeah, Jay, and I'm shocked that no one. And this is a shotgun. He's using a shotgun to do this, not like a 22. He's using a shotgun. So that's loud. And the police statement says that there was no silencer put on a shotgun, which in the 70s I'd find highly unlikely that there was very good silencers for shotguns. Um, but yeah, no one heard anything. No one moved. Supposedly, so I don't know if he rolled anyone. Maybe he rolled people over
there,
for a symbolic reason. Maybe.
you never know.
But everyone was in their kill spot. So everyone was killed in their bed. Whether he turned them over afterwards, because you can't really tell that very easily. Um,
Nope.
but he did say in a statement, once he started, it happens so fast, is what he said.
And one thing is like Jay has a great thing there. once Hollywood and TV and everybody gets involved, you don't know what's fucking real. You don't know what's fake. You know, you hear their suspenseful music, then all of a sudden they make up stuff within the story. That's where I really have an issue with some of these older cases, because going at them from the points where I like to read the actual, here's the notebook that somebody published of the investigation
Yeah.
to get what's true. Yeah, it's cool to watch the movie, but then that's how things get twisted, in my opinion.
Yeah. And after that, like, I mean, I don't know what everyone feels about Ed and Lorraine Warren as well, and their involvement in what is
I
true
wish
and what
they
is
were
not
still
true
around
about.
so we could soak up the knowledge that they had to offer.
Yeah,
That's
I
truly
agree.
what and I know there's many like that in the paranormal field, because some of the notes they took are fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
But it is the thing that put them on the map.
yes,
One of.
one of.
And it put them on the map, and I could see people being wary about something like that, but I'm not saying that they're frauds by any means. I just don't know, and I take it for the grain of salt it all is.
So, you guys want to hear something funny?
Yeah, we're talking about death and murder, so what do you
I was
got?
gonna mix it up real quick. I'm sitting in my chair and I keep squirming a little bit. You guys see me moving around. It lost a wheel, so I'm trying to fix it.
Oh shit!
So
While you're talking.
yeah. Why? So I'm like over here doing this, like reaching over. Everybody's like, "What's going on?" Sorry, I had to fix the wheel. It came back and I put it back on. So,
And
hey, Jamie.
so I don't know. Maybe you know this information, but
What's that?
The Lutz family,
Yes,
from
what about
the murders, like when the murders happened, when did they move in?
13 months later.
13 months later. I didn't know that. They only lasted 28 days. I do know that.
13 months later, and then like you said, willingly knowing what they were getting into, and then eventually buying some of the furniture and everything.
Yeah.
There's a lot of criticism around this subject itself too. To the Lutz would claim that, after the investigation come in, there was some damage to the property and stuff like that. But another one was
Agreed,
local,
Jay. Yeah.
The claim that made the house was built on a local Shinnecock Indians lived.
Yes.
So it was built on Indian burial ground, which in turn could open up a portal and bring in something nasty. And that maybe could what started the whole thing. That's the first thing I've really found researching it, like giving an instance to where, hey, this may be where it can come from. So that's literally the first thing.
So one thing I did find, the Warrens talked about that. Just to briefly talk about what Jay was saying. So in the documentary I saw on a YouTube video, as I was doing some research, I watched it. Ed and Lorraine Warren were talking about this place, and they said the house, its latitude, its latitude was very interesting because it was on 40.6.6.6.
Why does that make it interesting?
Because 666.
Oh, duh. You're saying that. I'm thinking like that's an IP address.
Yeah. So I looked it up. So I did longitude, latitude for the address given for the house. And it's 40.
Which address did you use though?
I used the right one because the latitude is 40.678. So I'm not. It's a small thing to make a little bit of a fib about.
They have.
But it is
the address.
It is very close. It is very close, and I bet if you moved around in that area, you could probably somewhere get 40.666, but maybe not in that house. Exactly.
No, I'm asking which actual address did you use? That's why I'm asking.
Well, let's see here.
Did you use the 112 Ocean Avenue? Did you use what it was named to before, or after?
I used the 112 Ocean Avenue.
Okay, because that's the one that was related to the very first one.
Yes, that's what I used. And it's now on Oak Street, right?
I lost it. I highlighted it. I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
no, you're fine. I believe it's on Oak
I'm
Street.
only human. I'm only human. I only can retain so much information.
Yeah, exactly, and that's just I mean that just tells a better story in their opinion. In their opinion, they're all
Yes, in
about
their
trying to
opinion.
tell a better story, and I get that. And I bet you could have probably walked, and it's so close that you could probably walk somewhere on that property and
And it
maybe
has been
get
666.
40.666, but probably not in the house. But then you're splitting hairs, in my
Yep,
opinion. You're splitting hairs, and you're just like, it's really fucking close.
true. But that's one of the things that was said about it too. So, and there was one claim in January 1, 1976, but it got rejected by the neighbors and some of the reporters and researchers of the cloven hoof prints outside of the house.
Yes.
There was no other footprints around the house at all. So that's one of the things that came under criticism during this. Um, because if that was the thing, they were thinking it was deer or something like that. But I don't know how they would, disprove that. Just saying, a deer can walk up out anywhere and not touch the other houses around. So that's my thing is how do they disprove that? Sorry, that's just my brain thinking of what they're
Yeah.
saying in
And
the paper. That's how I processed it.
so one of the stories behind the cloven footprints was with the Lutz family. So, oh gosh, his name escapes me. I know I have it.
But
Uh,
I use that example because that was kind of like the instance that those were included in the book. That was included in the movie, and now you look up some stuff, you see it included in the original story, but that is not actually it.
so George Lutz supposedly saw something outside. He saw the pig-faced, red eyes person that their daughter had became
And I think
befriended.
that can that and I think that was given a face and meaning with the movie, wasn't it? Not really in the original documentation because I didn't.
You didn't see anything about the pig. So
No,
supposedly, George saw a pig outside of Missy's bedroom, which is their daughter, youngest. I think they're only actually, and saw his daughter in front of the window and this pig face with red eyes right behind her, and she was supposedly sleeping. So he raced in the house, ran right upstairs, and she was sound asleep.
and I feel like that
So
happens a lot in situations when
and
you hear stories of
yeah,
people trying to depict stuff like that.
shortly
When there's
after she talked about this pig that she befriended and named something, and I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but then from there he saw this pig again, and then he ran outside because that's where he saw the pig. He was inside the house this time, and he was outside. He ran outside, and then he saw the cloved footprints or hoof prints, and they
Mhm.
ran down to the boathouse, and they saw, and it, like the boathouse door was messed up supposedly, but that was it. So yeah,
And
Wilbur. Yeah, they named it Wilbur.
is that what it was?
No, it was not.
I like Wilbur. I want to name it Wilbur now. I like Wilbur. I like Jay's version better. He should be a
Yeah.
Hollywood producer, which he does do a lot of movies. So I do like his work in those movies.
Yeah,
Very cool.
again, these are like I said, this story is not confirmed.
It's like
This is what George supposedly said in a few interviews.
and yeah, exactly. And who's to say that George did not none of this happened and he made it up for the fame and trying to get his name out there knowing the murders happened 13 months earlier and his family's down on their luck, they're down on the money. So who's to says he didn't,
Yeah.
you know,
So didn't
write up a fabrication?
wasn't there a movie or documentary done? Was it Daniel Lutz that did the documentary? Me and you watched it on Hulu.
Oh
A
God, I don't
while. It
remember.
was a long time ago. But I remember watching it, and he said his dad had telekinetic powers or some shit, and he was like
I
moving pencils across
I
like
I
cars.
I vaguely remember the watching the documentary, but or whatever that was. But I remember watching it, and we're like, really,
Yeah,
this
it
is
was
kind of
bat
fishy.
shit.
And
So with that in mind, that could have been what happened to his dad. So So let's just hypothesize here. Let's say everything happened. All right, let's go down this road that everything happened. George and Kathy and the family were scared out of their frickin' minds,
Which they were.
and they dropped everything. There were pictures of like the house being, like there were potted plants in the sink as Kathy was watering them and letting them drain into the sink. They were still in the sink. That's how quick they left this place. So they left everything behind. And so, but what I suspect happened was then it started to become tall tales a few years later because they saw this house making money. They saw a book become a first seller. They saw a movie after that in the 70 in like 76. Yeah, right? And then, people started
It just
making
keeps boom,
money.
boom, boom, boom,
So
boom.
George was like, "Well, I'll just make these stories and people want to interview me and they'll pay me." There's nothing like that. There's something wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. He found an
I've always
opportunity.
thought that in the back of my head, and I'm
Yeah.
glad we were talking about it because
He,
you always think that with everybody you go to, or a new paranormal location pops up that has little to no history, but it becomes paranormal, and we've
so
seen that across the
yeah,
country, unfortunately, with in Indianapolis with Black Moon Manor.
yeah.
It was a story that was fabricated, and now once the owners found out they were hosting investigations, it got tore down. There are places like that that people are out there to get money. Money drives everything. Let's be real. Money
Elisa
drives everything.
Elisa has a good point and add to the story that we have not said anything about. So, no, they did not sage, but the Lutz family did call in they did call in a priest. The priest went in before they got there, and he went into the child's bedroom or a bedroom. It was sewing room. Actually, it was then the sewing room. They turned it into a sewing room, but it was someone's bedroom from the DeFeo when they lived there, and he was blessing the house, and something
Father
when he was
Mancuso.
yeah, when he was using holy water, something right behind him said, "Get out," and then slapped him across the face. Like he physically felt a slap. He didn't see it, but he felt it, and something slapped him across the face, and he booked it. And that is confirmed in interviews that he has stated. He said it in the Amityville horror book. He said it in multiple news
Yeah, it was
outlets
first.
and
Yes,
magazines.
yes, it was. And his actual
So they couldn't get
um
anyone to do it.
no, but the first account of the father is in the first book that was written, and is really where he pops up.
In the
Father
movies,
yes.
in the movies, you see like flies coming in and attacking. I think
Yeah.
that was in the latest movie. They have different accounts, but an attempt was made in real life, and it never finished.
No. But one on a like if it Airbnb, I'd be there.
It sold in 2016. It sold.
$200,000, wasn't it?
No. It was six
Which
hundred
one
and
was that
ten
one?
thousand.
Oh yeah, there's a new. I was just reading about the.
610,000
Yeah, I was just reading about that. So another. I mean,
listed for 850 went down to 610.
yes, it went okay. So it was under 200,000 off. But for me to do that, and I applaud the family that's living there now. Longest streak.
Mm-hmm.
Give them all a hand clap. They're doing pretty good.
Give them
Nothing crazy going on.
Give them a nice golf clap there.
Yeah, nice little golf clap. Good job, family.
Mhm.
They remodeled the home, and I bet you they got rid of all the furniture that was in there.
Yeah, I bet.
But
I would have gutted it.
Let's take this opinion, Kevin.
Go
So I'm going to ask you a question.
Shoot.
This is and chat. This is just us discussing. This is how we talk paranormal and everything. Would if you had the chance to stay in that house for a month?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
I would love to go in there and take the Lutz's account of everything, take follow the exact same time period of the date they moved in, and do the 28-day investigation. Boom! That is the amazing documentary idea right there.
Yeah.
Somebody write that down. Somebody write that down.
I'm recording,
thanks.
so it's perfect. It's
Write that down.
Carly, I'm sorry.
And do that and see what you can recreate so you can see if there's any residual energy there, to see if you can kind of prove the accounts of what happened during the movie and during the the investigation, see what it's written down by Ed and Lorraine Warren. That would be the multi-million-dollar investigation. Or Jason, like he just said, nothing will happen.
Kayla's writing it down.
Yeah.
Carly, that's a good question. You know, it's also it's a hot topic within the paranormal community. You know, you talk to a lot of people. I think we could have a whole episode on the Warrens.
Oh,
I'm not really
absolutely.
going to get in on that one because I think it deserves its own topic. It deserves from start to
Oh,
beginning.
absolutely.
But you know, I'm I definitely want to believe them. You know, but at the same time, I don't know because I don't know
We're
them.
never gonna know. We're never gonna know until we're the investigators there doing the investigation, seeing it with our own
Yeah,
eyes, capturing it with our own equipment. And every paranormal group's like that. You want to be because everybody's that skeptical. Everybody I investigated with is kind of the same along the same lines, along the same long. I can't. There's another Jamesism. There you go.
yeah.
Along the same lines as me. I gotta see it. I gotta feel it. I gotta know the emotion around it. I gotta know what's happening in the background. I gotta know why, and I gotta have the surroundings so I can try to debunk it right away. And if you ever investigated with me, I do that.
I would say if you say, uh, Lorraine Warren was not a psychic, then I don't know if psychics exist.
Yeah, no joke.
Yeah, I'm not saying I believe in her that much or anything like that, but like if the most popular person that I know, like the most influential person in the psychic community, is a fraud, then you really have to look at the whole thing as from the bare bones again.
Let me see here. There was one thing I wanted to iterate because it's one of the coolest things.
And renovations,
Yes.
yeah.
I want to cover one thing that I think is the
Shoot.
coolest thing. It kind of refers to Mike's comment there, and that's what kind of reminded me of
Hmm.
it. Was that were their methods a little more advanced for their time frame and everything? And I'm going to say they were geniuses for their time frame. They were geniuses for the when they were investigating, coming up with what's around them to make this investigation to try to capture more evidence. And here's why. On the night of March 6, 1976, the house was investigated by Ed and Lorraine Warren. We knew that. Check in the box. One of the coolest things, and I still want to try this. Um, During the course of the investigation, Gene Campbell took a series of infrared time lapse photographies. Right? You guys remember this? This is kind of featured in the movie.
Thanks for
Um,
the follow.
by doing that, attaching thermostats to the camera, wiring it to the actual button that takes the pictures. So when it changes a degree in temperature, because everybody, has kind of gathered when ghosts come around, it is sometimes the temperature drops. So they were banking on that happening and catching the still photos that they caught.
Hmm.
So that is one of the coolest things, I think, coming up with that back then, let alone the recorders or what you didn't have access to much that wasn't the size of a freaking 8-foot table.
Yeah. One of the other things that they had in this case, that none of us will most likely ever have access to, is they had psychologists from
Yes,
universities there.
yes,
People
they
from
they had
Duke,
people to
from
validate what
Duke
they were doing.
were there.
Yeah, great.
Doctrines. There's people who say they're psychologists and they do it as a job and they have some degree, but people from Duke who are teachers in the psychology field
Which
were there at the Amityville horror case, which
and it's
is huge. I don't
you
know. I
you
don't
think
know.
of
Yeah.
the time frame. You think of the time frame, and you think they would have been more reserved with the case, and people would be more afraid to talk about it being back in the 70s.
70s.
It
Yeah. You would be labeled a
paranormal,
nut job, possibly.
paranormal wasn't as it is today. There weren't 10,000 shows on TV. We
It was more
podcast
sci-fi.
on Facebook. Yeah, that they were going on talk shows. They were giving
Hmm.
seminars at colleges, and they earned a living doing this. So I absolutely love. I love those two and reading about their lives. I absolutely love
Whether
reading
you
about their
believe
lives.
him or not, they've made
No,
huge
absolutely.
strides in the paranormal
Right.
community. So whether you believe him or not, they were hugely influential in what
Yeah,
everyone does today.
absolutely. Anybody have any questions on the Amityville Horror? I know we just kind of gave our opinion on what we thought happened and kind of touch basis. We could have talked for 3 hours on this because how I dissect things in my brain,
Yeah.
it's scary in there. Everybody knows this. It's freaking scary. But that's okay. But we're gonna go to the fun part that I like of the podcast, and it's called Analyze This.
Movies,
Yeah, we
shows,
got
videos.
we gotta make a slide for that next time. Wabash Paranormal presents Analyze This.
Yeah. When we get
Uh,
stars enabled, fuck me.
yes, I know we're working on that.
Oh my God, Facebook, you're killing me.
Working on it, guys. Yeah, Facebook is killing us on this. So this part of the podcast, we kind of covered our topic and everything. We like to pick one of the most popular videos on the internet and give our opinion on what we think, being paranormal investigators, if it's real, fake, kind of give you some guidelines to what to look for when you're on Facebook, looking at all these videos that get published, so you can kind of see what's what.
So, they don't really tell you. There's a question in chat. Elisa said, "What made them actually leave the house?" And they don't really say.
I think it was a combination of events that kept happening rapidly, kind of made them leave the house.
There was something big that happened at one point. They wouldn't tell.
I believe it was. Yeah, that one was kept hush hush.
Yeah, and even so, Ed had a talk with oh God, what's his name again? With George. So George wouldn't even go in the house. They still own the house, and they were investigating. So the Warrens were called in to investigate, and they still owned it, but they were living elsewhere. And they met George at a pizzeria 4 blocks away because it was the closest he would go. And I'm sorry to have our show's going to go a little long on this one because they described George. They described George as like a biker. He was a Marine. He was a rough dude. Not like he was a bad guy, but he was like gruff. You know, he was not going to run from things.
He was gritty.
Gritty, yes, gritty. That's a good word.
He's going to stand his ground.
Yeah, and they were like, why won't you go to this house? And he goes, and he's like, Ed's like, I don't know. I'm not a clairvoyant. I can't read your mind. Why can't you go? Because maybe he got him confused with his wife or something. And he goes, and he basically would not talk about the house because he did not want to invoke it. He did not want it to know where he was. He didn't know what the hell was going on. This guy was an atheist, known atheist that then converted after this. So some big fucking thing had to have happened. I mean, in my opinion, if I'm looking at this through these things, and if he was a known atheist at the time, I would say that leads a little bit more credence to what the fuck actually happened. That it might have actually been something. But no, they never said exactly what drove them out that night or that day.
I mean, everybody resorts to the film for that speculation, really, and that's what kind of people keep fresh in their brains.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've read countless articles on this. You know, I've been through so many different pages, and I really haven't, other than claiming bad spirits or demons were in the house and everything. That's kind of the general census of why everything left, culminating to an event.
So George was waking up. So it has been said, George has said in multiple interviews afterwards that he was waking up at 3:15 a.m. And that was supposedly when Ron Jr. killed everyone. But again, it's, we don't really know if that's when the killings happened. We have an estimated time of death. But yeah, that's just all we know.
Mm-hmm.
We have no accounts of him actually being of George actually being violent.
I want to give kind of a Bud Light salute to the true unsung hero in this whole story. You guys ready for my
Who's the unsung hero?
Bud Light is here to salute you here, Mr. Real Estate Man.
I don't think we can advertise them.
Good for you for selling a house that multiple murders have happened in. And
damn, that's impressive.
We salute you, Bud Light Real Estate Man of the Year.
Yeah, I think it sold. I don't know the exact date, but the one of the time that it sold was in the 2010, ish area, I think, and it sold for $900,000, like
It was something
$910,000.
ridiculous.
It was like,
Yeah.
what?
And yeah, because
So
yeah,
enraged.
it's. I would
But
love to buy it. First off,
oh god, yeah. Well, they've said nothing's going on in that house.
yeah, the people that own it now said absolutely nothing has
Yeah,
happened.
the Lutz bought it with a
But then
heated
again,
pool in the 70s. There was heated pools in the 70s. That's fucking crazy. Sorry, I heard that and I was like, "What? There was fucking heated pools in the 70s? I still don't have a heated pool."
yeah, it was in 2010. It was an acting. It went on sale initially for 1.15 million, but sold for 950,000.
950.
Yeah, but that's the cool thing. In 2010, there were still remnants in the house. This is one of the coolest things that when the owners took over, and this may be why they never had issues. They sold everything. People showed up in droves to buy an artifact from the Amityville Horror House if they could get their hands on it.
My Bloody Mary.
And we all know a pickle,
Spicy
a pepper.
Mm.
Oh, a spicy pickle.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I would have loved to go to that garage sale.
Mm-hmm.
Dang it, missed it. And I know there's 2 people in the chat that would love went to that garage sale with me. So, all right. Well, since we're kind of covered that a little bit longer, Kevin, why don't you introduce our video?
Yeah.
And it'll be WPRS presents Analyze This.
So this is a Nuke video again. Nuke's top 5. I posted it in chat. Boom.
Nuke. Good guy. I love his video. I love his editing, his everything he does with it, because he truly gives you his opinion, kind of like what we're doing. You know, take it for what it's worth. You know.
Oh, hang on here.
What's that?
So I did hear something about this, and I don't know if that's exactly what Mike's touching on, but it is only in 3 states, at least currently, in 3 states that you have to reveal a murder happened in the or a death happened in the house. In California, it is in the last 3 years. In Alaska, it's the last year, or within the year, and in South Dakota or North Dakota, it is a year.
Let's be real, North Dakota.
So yeah,
Wow.
Josh, unfortunately, no. That is I looked that up because I was wondering that as well. So those are the 3 states. Anywhere else, they do not have to reveal it.
Okay. And that's one thing, unless they are asked.
Unless, yeah, that might be a stipulation unless you are asked.
If you're in the market, keep in mind, if you're in the market, ask your real estate agent.
Yeah.
If it's an older house, see if you can get disclosed. See if it's haunted. You might get something cool.
Get the Fox facts or whatever that is.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what we got here.
All right, Nukes. Yeah, we want to always give credit to videos we check out, and it's mostly Nukes because he does great shit. So let's swap over to him
definitely
here.
should not drink coffee at like 4 p.m. I'm wired right now. I didn't even ask for our comment goal, and we got our comment goal. Guys, I was shooting for 100 comments tonight. You guys are running strong at 18 shares, 152 comments right now. Let's try to get 200 comments before we're done here, guys. Let's roll. Let's just try. It's an accomplishment. That'd be a big accomplishment for me.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes, thank you. All right, I'm muting. Or do I have to mute?
You don't have to.
Okay, I'm ready to watch this video.
History Seekers. The really compelling thing about their creepy video was that the 2 hosts, Matt and Andy, are definitely not ghost hunters. In fact, they're complete skeptics. They simply caught a very strange occurrence during one of their urban explorations.
But yeah, you can see it goes up again. Hey, wait up. Hello? Somebody up there. Hello? I've gone cold because I saw somebody stood there. I saw a leg.
But there's one more very strange urban exploration video that the Finders Beepers guys recorded all the way back in 2017. A video that they were never able to explain. So, the Finders Beepers guys are exploring a long-abandoned historic farm in Doncaster, England, that is estimated to have been built sometime in the 1800s. Local legend says that the previous owner of the land allegedly took his own life by tying a rope around a solid beam inside one of the buildings. In the Finders Beepers video, it's clear that the 2 friends are pretty carefree and having a good time while exploring the empty farm.
So,
Andy has literally just almost died. I'm just going to carry on filming you a minute, just because I have a feeling you're going to fall. And I want to get you on you being framed.
Don't really matter to me, you know what I mean?
Go on. Go on. Go on. Just to show you where he would have fallen. Oh, Andy, I can see something good already. It's our good old favourite. It's the cellar. I think it's going to be a bit of a tight squeeze down here.
Only for you, Paul.
And I do apologise, viewers, if you get to see my arse for about the millionth time.
It's become a regular occurrence. Bit of a celebrity, I think, our arse now, Matt, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, God. Oh.
Oh, there it is, look. Full moon. My part moon.
Oh, dear. What the friggin' hell is going on here? Oh, Jesus Christ. Scared me to death.
Now, after Matt and Andy uploaded the video of their new exploration to their YouTube channel, it was no longer a joking matter. They were shocked by the comments from many concerned viewers. Because you see, someone or something at the abandoned farm seems to have been watching them. Something they didn't see. Watch the footage closely.
We've just made our way back down there, back through the beams where all the pan tiles are. I want to quickly show Andy the kestrel, and then we'll make our way around. There's some massive there should have been some massive buildings up that side, but so yeah, it's just a bit further up there. It's
Oh my God.
Did you see it? The two friends are completely unaware as something seems to be staring at them from inside a room in the crumbling farmhouse. The figure appears to be wearing a dark suit, and its face is just a featureless black blur. A little later, Matt and Andy actually explore the same area where the dark figure was seen, but there's no one there. However, when they come back out, their footage shows something absolutely chilling.
You're becoming more and more of a liability.
right.
Let's go to the main house, I think.
The mysterious faceless apparition of a man seems to have somehow now moved to where Matt and Andy had just been standing only minutes before. Again, it seems to watch the two unsuspecting explorers from afar. The guys claim that they had no idea that they were being watched and didn't see anyone at the time of the recording. Let me say again that both Matt and Andy are skeptics when it comes to the paranormal. In fact, Andy flat out says that he just doesn't believe in ghosts. But they say that this creepy event has, quote, freaked us out a bit. So what do you think the Finders Beepers guys captured on camera? Could it be the spirit of the previous owner who allegedly took his own life at the farm? Or could it be some mysterious lurker without a face? Let me know what you think. You can watch this full video and others over on Matt and Andy's Urban Exploration channel, Finders Beepers, History Seekers. The curse.
All right. Yeah, I did realize that right before before everyone said anything. I had it turned down. I turned it back up.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
I mean, where do we start with this one? What do you want to start with? Like me being my skeptical self?
Whatever you think. You give
but
your
yeah,
honest opinion.
It's genuine. They're out having fun and everything like that. Are they poking a little bit to get a little bit of views? Maybe. Is it a mannequin dressed up? Maybe. Is it something paranormal? Maybe.
So
it definitely has that creep factor. I'll give it that.
yeah, I'm gonna back it up here. I just want to see something. Okay, go ahead. Fine. I'm looking up their YouTube.
Their YouTube to see if there's any more videos and stuff like that.
Not just that, but to see how popular they are.
Okay. And that may be something we always like to check,
Sorry
guys,
about that.
is seeing, because, just like with TikTok, we saw some videos that we seemed very convincing. And then a week later, we watch a video that's like, all right, that's making me question everything that just happened.
So
in the video we
yeah,
watch.
Carly, I don't think these are people who joined Ghost Adventures.
No.
They are different people. But I will say they do all right. They are not like in the hundreds of thousands of subscribers, but they have 23.8 subscribers.
23.8, not even 24.
Boom, there we go. No, that's just what Facebook or YouTube does. But yeah, there's their page. If you liked what you saw there, if you think that's an interesting aspect, definitely go check them out.
Well, let's see what the second one is.
Yeah.
What do you say? What do you say there, guy?
Yeah.
Video and others over the creepy way in
Hang on
in
here.
his video.
My bad. There we
Some
go.
mysterious lurker
Start from here.
without a face. Let me know what you think. You can watch this full video and others over on Matt and Andy's Urban Exploration channel, Finders Beepers, History Seekers. The Curse. Russian ghost hunter Tim Morozov travels deep into the secluded Russian countryside to investigate an abandoned house that is said to have been cursed by an evil witch. In his video, Tim tells the story of two mushroom pickers who were wandering the countryside one day and stumbled upon the completely boarded up house. They heard loud sounds coming from inside, and worried that someone might be in danger, they smashed their way inside. They were shocked when they were greeted by a strange dark shadow enveloped by a thick fog. They ran from the house. Tim says the couple later contacted him to investigate the creepy home. Upon entering the empty and decaying house, strange things immediately begin to happen.
Пар. Сама она. Тарелка упасть точно не могла. Фонарик у меня на столе был, кровать заправлял. Упала тарелка, не знаю, как она могла упасть. В принципе, никакая крыса, никакая мышь ее толкнуть не могла. И в темноте я, дышал и увидел пар. Не знаю, было ли видно это на камеру.
After light bulbs start swinging on their own and a plate suddenly falls onto the floor, Tim explains he saw a strange fog or mist, which sounds eerily similar to what the mushroom picking couple had reported. Tim is a little on edge, but decides to lay down on the bed and rest in the darkness while all of his devices and camera equipment are turned on and recording. What happens next is just truly bizarre.
Polaroid.
Tim's equipment experiences strange high-frequency feedback, and then all of a sudden, the Polaroid camera that he brought with him on the investigation suddenly snaps a photo, all on its own. But what makes this footage even stranger is something you perhaps didn't see at first. So I have to ask, did you see it? As Tim is lying on the bed, a creepy-looking hand comes from the ceiling as if to grab him. Right before the hand reaches him, the Polaroid camera snaps a photo and the hand disappears. Tim has no idea what he just captured, but is baffled either way by the strange Polaroid snapshot. Trying to explain the incident to himself, he He says that the Polaroid could have possibly just malfunctioned because of the intense humidity inside the house. But then things get stranger and even more terrifying.
Я не знаю, друзья, может быть, просто из-за сырости в этом доме что-то у него замкнуло. Сырости в этом доме что-то у него замкнуло.
Again, did you see it? Captured on the camera that is recording Tim's laser grid, you can see a dark shadow figure trying to open the door by moving the door handle. It then once again disappears into thin air. Tim carefully checks out the door and looks inside the room on the other side, but there's just no one there. A week goes by, and after reviewing all of the chilling evidence he captured on camera, he returns to the cursed abandoned house once more. Tim soon realizes that he might have made a huge mistake.
Ее тут точно не было. 100%. Блин, трудно брать-то. Кто там? Кто там? Ты кто? Ответь. Кто ты? Там ног нет. Кто ты? Как такое возможно? Твою ж мать.
Tim is shocked. First, he hears something fall onto the floor and is lured into the home's living room. As he leaves, a shadow figure can be seen on the wall behind him, watching him as he leaves before disappearing. Tim then sees a bottle lying on the floor that he is sure wasn't there before. When he inspects the bottle, something seems to move into the curtain right next to him. The shape almost seems like someone invisible is standing against the curtain. Then when the shape suddenly retreats, Tim quickly opens the curtain to find absolutely nothing.
Пипец, друзья, просто дико страшно. Я все думаю, неужели на это... Такое чувство, что сзади просто кто-то наблюдает, я не знаю.
Tim explains that he is getting very scared now, and as he talks to the camera, a shadow can be seen quickly darting from right to left in the mirror right behind him. He says he feels that someone is watching him, and soon after, a chair mysteriously slides across the floor, all on its own. Then as he checks his equipment, the chair falls over and a rope hanging from the ceiling can be seen swaying back and forth. After all of this terrifying activity that he caught on camera, Tim finally decides to just get out of there. So did Tim Morozov capture what locals claim to be a supernatural curse on this house? Did he encounter the sinister presence of whoever used to live in the now abandoned home? Or is it something even darker? As always, you decide. You can check out the full 3-part series of The Cursed House and many more scary paranormal videos over on Tim Morozov's YouTube channel. Before we move on to the next video, if you see anything that you think should be included in the top 5, contact us at nukestop5@gmail.com. The Mysterious Mac.
So I switched back to us, just so you're aware. But that was a lot.
That was a lot to unpack there, guys. That was a lot to unpack there. Like, this guy could be one of the best paranormal investigators I've ever seen on TV.
Or on YouTube.
Or on YouTube. For one, I do like. I had the burp cough. Sorry.
Yeah.
One, I do like the Sony handheld 4K he has as a body cam. That looks cool. I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah.
It's a small chest strap device that looked awesome. But what I did like that he did was he immediately tried to debunk everything, try to investigate what was going on. That curtain thing, I don't know if I can explain it unless this was the best faked thing, investigation known to man.
Yeah.
That was a lot to unpack from that video. I would have to watch that probably 3 or 4 times because to me, something was stalking him in the house. And I know from experience, I've had an entity follow around and be in multiple pictures at one place.
Yeah.
Follow me around a building. So I get that you have that sense of feeling of somebody lurking and everything. That happened to me. You were there.
That was yeah. That was a lot. Like, for one of the videos that he I don't think he does these in any particular order, to be honest. Like, it's not like this was the third most scariest one. But damn, I mean, you see a shadow figure behind him multiple times. One darting.
The laser grid being played with, interacted with. That's all.
I like his version of the laser grid. I like his version of the laser grid.
The block versus the
dots.
The lines versus the dots.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're starting to get pretty late here, Kevin. I think we might want to do this question.
Oh, you want to do that before too late here? Yeah, I understand. Yeah, because tomorrow's a work day for most of these people here.
Yeah, it's 10:23 at night. So let's share. Let's get some people in here. We're going to ask this question. We'll give away this $25 gift card. We'll since that's a long video, we'll pick up on the next couple with the next show. What do you say, Kev?
Oh, okay. Yeah. We can. Yeah. Okay.
So, you guys ready for the question? Let's share. Get your share out there. Share like Care Bears. Get some people in here. Boom, 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 boom. And we will get the question in probably a minute.
Well, let's do one more then. We'll let people.
One more video. So share. We'll do one more video, analyze it, and then after that video, we will do the giveaway.
So everyone knows you can do exclamation point, notify, and then tag a friend if you think a friend's interested in this kind of stuff. Just get the word out there for us. I believe we're going to start doing some multiple series on demons. It's going to be a multiple part series. I want to do Djinns, damn it.
He wants to do Djinns, damn it.
James doesn't. James doesn't. Anyway, but we're going to do one more video to go over from Nukes.
Get people in here. We'll get this giveaway.
Let's take a look at this.
Mackey Mansion. paranormal investigators Matt Benton from the YouTube channel Devil's Hour Productions and Dante Reeder from the channel Soul Seekers investigate the mysterious haunting of the Mackey Mansion in Virginia City, Nevada. The mansion was built in 1859 by the infamous Hearst family and is one of the only remaining historical structures to have survived 2 major fires in Virginia City. The Victorian building was later owned by silver mining millionaire John Mackey, after whom the building is named. At the beginning of the evening, investigator Dante and guest Violet head off to a nearby cemetery, leaving Matt from Devil's Hour Productions all alone inside the mansion. As he is doing a preliminary check of the house, Matt starts to get some very unexpected activity. Matt decides to do a spirit box session, and he's descending the mansion's staircase when he captures something very disturbing. Matt says he could see something out of the corner of his eye, and upon reviewing his footage, he discovers that he captured a partial apparition. Now, it's a little hard to see as the camera unexplainably loses focus just as Matt captures the apparition. But when the clip is slowed down, you can clearly see some kind of figure quickly moving out of sight just as Matt turns the corner at the bottom of the stairs. Even more bizarre, whatever this is seems to disappear right into the solid wall at the side of the staircase. Later in the evening, Matt, Dante, and Violet conduct a spirit box session upstairs in what used to be John Mackey's bedroom. And then, this happens.
Good job. That's exactly what we want. What we all just heard was a loud bang right behind Dante. And when we looked in the direction to where we heard the bang, we all realized the wardrobe was partially open. Before the bang even happened, the wardrobe was completely closed. I even checked inside to see if I could debunk the wardrobe opening all by itself, but I didn't see anything that could make that happen. Less than 1 minute after the bang happens, we capture a shadow figure on the right side of the screen. It is hard to see, so look very closely.
Matt from Devil's Hour Productions wants to push the investigation even further. He decides to sit down on John Mackey's bed in hopes of invoking Mackey's ghost. It did not go well.
Huh? I'm laying in your bed.
Mr. Mackey, you're gonna have to show him. He's laying in your bed, you're gonna have to show him that you're the boss. Something's like hot on my back, man. Yeah. Something's hot on my back. Oh, shit.
He's agitated.
Look at that here. Can you record?
It's on this side, don't even tell me.
Yep, we got one.
Oh God.
Don't even tell me, man.
I need to take on that. Yo.
What is it?
It's a scratch.
It's one big scratch.
It's thick.
While Matt is taunting John Mackey's spirit, it is actually Dante who receives a large scratch on his back. So did Matt from Devil's Hour Productions provoke the spirit of whomever or whatever is haunting the Mackey Mansion? Did the group capture evidence of John Mackey's spirit still roaming his beloved estate? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. You can check out this full video and more investigations over on the YouTube channel, Devil's Hour Productions.
So, on that one, I don't know, personally.
I don't know on that one either. For me, it's weird. Like if you have the last name Mackey, your place is just going to be haunted. You got Bobby Mackey's, you got John Mackey. It's going to be haunted. I missed the video quality of this last one we watched. Like, yes, their video is very grainy, and then like when he turns going down the stairs, like my thing is if that camera had a wristlet on it or a wrist hold, kind of thing that holds the camera to your wrist.
Mm-hmm.
Him by panning that could kind of create that effect of something running out of the room, and it kind of, because it would make sense. He's turning that way, it catches it and it disappears. Yeah, I did kind of see a shadow in there.
So on the wardrobe thing, the guy was right behind it.
Yeah.
I have a theory on it. I have a debunk theory.
What's your debunk theory?
So you heard everything was really loud.
Yes.
And if you look in that previous video, it's like it's slightly open. And they were like, it's not open at all. It's like slightly opened.
Yep.
And the guy was right in front of it filming. If he would have taken his hand and banged on it, it would have opened. It would have made a bang and it would have opened.
So to me, there's a lot to debunk in that video that can line up too well to what we can debunk. So I'm gonna chalk that one up. Like that's a cool place. It's probably a cool story, but as a paranormal investigator, I'd have to be there to experience it.
And also the agitation, agitating and calling out the entities. We just don't do that. That used to be a thing. That used to be a major thing. Everyone did. Everyone. And kind of like they used to be people. Like I mean, I don't know what you want to consider them now. Entities, ghosts, whatever. I don't know if they have feelings or. Obviously they do, because if you're antagonizing it, this guy got a scratch. It's disrespectful.
But that scratch,
we don't do that.
That like where it was can still be reached by yourself. That's where
I mean, it was a big scratch. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to take it away. That's a hard scratch to do to yourself without squirming.
I would just have to be there for that investigation.
Yeah. That one I don't know. That one part of the scratch I don't know. Everything else, it's convenient that it went out of focus. The wardrobe can be knocked. You can bang it back of your hand. You're filming like this, boom, you hit it.
It's so. I think. Are we ready to give this?
Go ahead. Go ahead. It's a $25 Walmart gift card. We appreciate everyone tuning in and staying throughout the whole night.
Well, yeah. So we want to thank you guys for tuning in, trucking with us through some videos, listen to us kind of cover our own version of Amityville Horror, giving our opinions on it briefly.
And
because
we
can dissect that.
There is an hour-long one that he does that maybe we just should do an episode on. Just not like we should just do a podcast reviewing that. Well, not really a podcast, but like an
hour-long video.
He has an hour-long video of all of 2020.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
but we'll plan a show for that.
We can just plan a show sometime unless things are less crazy.
Yep.
First-time viewer, appreciate it.
I'm gonna do is going to first-time view. Laura, thank you so much for being in here.
Leave your feedback. Leave your feedback.
Yeah, we're just giving you our honest opinion on what we think on stuff with our experiences in the paranormal field. But I know you all are here for one thing, really. Not us, right? It's just a gift card. Let's be real. It's just a freaking gift card. That's what you want. You don't want us.
No, I don't know. Hey, some might want us, I mean, we're both taken, but
you have everything to answer this question in your hand or on your computer.
Or on our Facebook page.
Or there too.
Heads up.
So the first person to answer this question right just to get it right wins it, and you'll have to send me your address, and then this week I will.
No one from our group can win it. No one from our group can win it.
Nobody from our group can win it, unfortunately. So here it is. Are we ready? What month, day, and year was Wabash Paranormal made?
Was day on there?
Month, day, and year Wabash Paranormal was formed.
Easy on your wording there.
I know. Month, day, and year. It is on there. And we are approaching. It is. I know it, unless it's just on mine, and I just told people that they're just gonna guess, and then we'll just do month and year.
I would just do month and year. Let's just do
Yeah,
month
we'll
and
do
year.
month and year.
Let's just
Month
do
and
month
year.
and year.
Let's see who gets it. Let's see if people. It's on there.
It is on there. God, I'm not even finding it, to be honest, but it's supposed to be on there. I know that.
It's on there. I just looked at it.
Did you?
Let me check my phone. So I'll just go to our page on.
Ooh, there we go. We got the answer.
Oh, Lisa got it. Yes, it is on there. She even got the day.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Go you.
Congratulations to the winner of our $25 gift certificate to us.
I hit the wrong thing there.
August 28th. Yeah. There it is. There is your congratulatory voice. Kevin will give that to you. August 28th, 2011. This year, we'll be celebrating 10 years of forming this group, and this will be I think my 20th year investigating.
Yeah.
Wow. That's kind of crazy. Yes, everybody give her a round of applause. Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Next weekend, we will be back on what is next weekend? It is the 6th.
Yes, it is on our Facebook page. We just weren't for sure where it was. We just knew it was there.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, wait a second. What if I'm the admin that created the page and that's the only date I see? I only see the date, and I'm like, oh, I look stupid now. Like, dang it, oh man.
No, we wanted it to be somewhere everyone could find it at least, even new people. We appreciate you looking.
Like my pretty face and this pretty beard. I'm a pretty funny guy. I like to have fun. I now have one of the group's computers built.
You have our old. You have our old group
streaming computer now.
Yeah,
our old streaming group computer. So your boy is ready to stream some games.
Yeah.
So Phasmophobia is coming this week. I'm going to be streaming it. Watch my funny reactions. And while we'll do it, I'll actually.
You're going to be streaming it, or am I going to be streaming it and you're going to be there?
Let me rewind. Kevin will be there.
Or Josh will be there, one of the two.
Yeah, you'll never know. You know what? I might do it myself. I don't need you guys, maybe. Yeah, I do. Shut up.
Yeah,
So stay tuned. Watch my reactions. Watch Kevin's reactions. We plan to start doing some group stuff like that, making it more fun. There'll be giveaways. There'll be hot, sour challenges in there. Give us ideas what you guys want to see. Visit our merch store. Hopefully we get our stars activated so you can help make this podcast better for us, for this Brews and Booze cast. We just like to have fun. We're down to earth guys who like to have a little bit of fun and investigate ghosts.
And leave your comments on what you want us to talk about, and we always take that into consideration. Maybe we'll do one about time travelers. Mike posted that to us earlier.
Yes, time travelers has always been a big topic of mine. And if it wasn't a fact of the matter that there was some actual evidence to this, it's cool. It's like documented with really cool people. So
appreciate
stay tuned for the future of that one. I'm starting to research time travel right now. It's going to be coming up. But all right, guys, thank you for coming.
Thank you. Have a good night.